Dear Cougars, we miss you. We miss our in-person moments together. We miss the big things and the small things too. We miss seeing you in class, in labs, in the office, and all of the moments in between. This is hard, really hard. Today we are faced with new challenges. We have questions that we don't yet have the answers for. And yet, our hearts are clinging to the hope of tomorrow, because we know where to find it. We see it in you, each and every one of you. One thing remains unchanged: our incredible people, our students, our faculty, our staff, our community. We are in this together. We know what you're capable of. We have seen that fighting spirit, that fire in your belly. We have seen you care deeply for each other. We have seen you give of your time, expertise, and resources, even when you might be in need. We have seen you be unafraid to be the first. We have seen you make profound impacts on our community. We have witnessed aha moments, and we have picked ourselves back up in the face of adversity, because that's who you are, who we are. That's what makes us Cougars. It's etched in the stairs and it echoes in our halls and in our hearts. Si se puede. It can be done. You can, we can persevere, we can lead with care. We can do this together. Love, your CSUSM family.
Good morning, and welcome to our first virtual convocation, marking the beginning of the 2020-2021 academic year. I'm Carl Chemnitz, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. As we begin, I want to respectfully acknowledge that Cal State San Marcos is located on the traditional territory and homelands of the Luiseño Payam-Kawasham people, and we acknowledge the First Peoples of this area. I hope you had an opportunity to see our pre-event slideshow that recognized some special members of our university community, including those faculty who earned tenure and/or promotion for fall 2020. I want to extend my personal congratulations to everyone. Reaching these milestones in your academic careers is a testament to your teaching, your commitment to our students, and your pedagogical leadership, scholarship, and research. We look forward to hosting an in-person celebration when we can, but for now, please know how proud we are of you. Let's all take a moment to applaud them wherever you might be. As you probably know, I'm new to our university. My first official day was July 1st, and while I certainly had hoped that I would be meeting you in person for Convocation, I'm nonetheless delighted to be with you virtually to celebrate the start of a new academic year. Across the nation last spring, higher education faced challenges never before experienced. While I'm sure the fall semester will have its share of challenges as we continue the ongoing battle against COVID-19, I have so much excitement and optimism for higher education nationally, and especially for our university. I had never before seen our campus when I accepted the job last spring. In fact, it wasn't until I moved to San Marcos in June that I got my first glimpse in person. I knew it would be beautiful because I'd seen photos and such, but seeing it in person exceeded all of my expectations. But the campus's physical beauty ultimately didn't matter, because it was the people who made me so eager to join this university. It was so clear from the very beginning of the interview process how special and talented CSUSM's faculty and staff are, and that initial impression has been reaffirmed many times during my first 2 months on the job. Among the many people I have had the pleasure of meeting and collaborating with so far are our Academic Senate Chair, Dr. Sharon Hamill, and the President of Associated Students Incorporated, Michael Garrett. I invite you to watch brief video messages from each of them about the fall semester.
I actually had a really hard time thinking about what I wanted to say in this welcome message. We're 5 months into self-quarantining, social distancing, and wearing masks, not to mention quickly pivoting to provide higher education to our students in a pandemic world. We've sewn masks, attempted sourdough bread, we've binged watched TV shows, and some of us have tried some recipes that are new. Some worked, some didn't, because our favorite restaurants are either closed down or only offering takeout. And in my house, I have to admit, we have eaten way too many peanut M&Ms. But when I think about these kinds of behaviors, I know it's because we're trying to distract ourselves, at least for a little while, from the pandemic. And that's healthy. We don't want to spend all of our time focusing on the negative and the challenges and the hurdles and the losses. But there have been losses, and those have to be acknowledged as well. But when I think of last year, my first year as Senate Chair, and I think about this next year, what stands out most to me is how people have stepped up, that no matter what was thrown at us, we continued to meet the goal of helping our students to progress to achieving their dream of a college degree. And we've done all of this while maintaining an emphasis on the physical and mental health of everyone in the Cal State San Marcos community, first and foremost. We quickly moved from in-person instruction to handing out technology and perfecting the use of Zoom. Our risk management, public safety, and custodial staff employees worked tirelessly to address safety needs arising from COVID-19, even when those needs changed rapidly, sometimes even daily. Senate moved quickly with the help of staff and administrator colleagues in passing temporary modifications to academic policies so that students wouldn't be negatively impacted by the need to move to online learning. Faculty pulled together, helping one another, teaching one another, and stretching themselves to the limits as we learned new technologies in record time. Our new president exhibited extraordinary leadership while navigating our new normal, which changes every single day. And it's amazing to think that she's done this all in her first year on the job. And when we might have had a graduation, we held a parade instead. All of these efforts point to the character and resiliency of the people at Cal State San Marcos. These qualities are going to serve us well as we move into an unprecedented fall semester. But the pandemic is not going to change our course. We'll welcome our new provost, who, with the president, will help us to navigate our challenges and help us to chart a path for the future. We'll be working together to enhance efforts to build on the momentum from the Black Lives Matter movement, ensuring that each and every member of the Cal State San Marcos community is treated with respect and dignity, and that they are provided the support they need to pursue academic dreams or professional goals. We'll deal with the financial and social consequences of the pandemic by working through shared governance and caring for one another, each of us doing our part to move the campus forward. My own personal goal for this year is to do all I can to ensure that there are safe spaces for all voices to be heard. I'm committed to setting and upholding high standards for open communication, respect, and willingness to listen to others, even when we're having healthy debates. I'm asking all of us to really think about what we're bringing to the experience, to be willing to offer your ideas, but perhaps even more importantly, to be willing to listen intently to others and to consider alternative viewpoints. And we'll be doing this in an atmosphere without fear and with tremendous support. Now, when I think back on the year and I think ahead to this next year, I'm often asked by people, Sharon, if you had it to do over again, knowing what you do now, would you have put your name on the ballot for Senate Chair? And based on what I've seen from all of you, I can unequivocally say, yes, I would. because you have inspired me as I've watched you problem solve, work collaboratively, be kind, and also the sense of humor that many of you brought to whatever it is we were doing. I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to a much brighter 2021 for all of us. I will do everything I can working beside you, and I will be looking forward to the day when we can be there face to face, no social distance, and without a mask. Welcome to the new academic year.
Welcome back to another year at Cal State San Marcos. My name is Michael Garrett, and I'm the President and CEO of Associated Students Incorporated, also known as ASI. Despite the current circumstances, ASI is ecstatic to once again serve, engage, and empower all students and will ensure that their needs are represented. This year, ASI will be focusing on 3 main initiatives: social justice and equity, student engagement and success, and health and wellness. Even in this virtual setting, ASI is committed to creating an equal and welcoming atmosphere for all students. A new normal, unprecedented times, change. These are all terms that have been used to describe our current situation, but change is inevitable. What matters is how we adapt. Adapting to this new normal, ASI's Cougar Pantry, originally located on the 2nd floor of the USU, has been relocated outside the UVA parking lot and conducting weekly drive-through and walk-up distributions. Now more than ever, transparency is paramount to our operations. With memorandums, social media, and ASI website, we are now more connected to students than ever before. No matter how far we are or how unpredictable the future may seem, we can always rely on the experiences and relationships we've built here at CSUSM.
I've had the good fortune of being part of the CSU family for more than 2 decades. It not only helped me make a smooth transition to CSUSM this summer, it provided an opportunity over the years for me to see from afar the outstanding work being done at one of our system's youngest universities. I'm really so grateful to now be part of that very university, a place poised for continued growth and success. But it would not be possible without a leader who has an unwavering commitment to student success and student social mobility, a commitment to ensuring that anyone who dreams of earning a college degree has that opportunity, a leader firmly focused on community-engaged learning, continuing to develop strong, innovative academic programs, and innovation that supports student ideas while also serving the community. It's my pleasure today to welcome such a leader, Cal State San Marcos President, Dr. Ellen Neufeld.
Oh, good morning. I'm just getting my mask caught in my microphone, so I'll take just a minute here. Oh, I want to thank you, Carl, and welcome you to your first San Marcos Convocation. I knew that you were making history as you were the first provost in the CSU to be hired virtually. And I'd say we did a pretty good job there, don't you? Think so? It is so great to welcome all of our faculty and staff who have logged on to participate in this morning's event. I understand that right now we're well over 500 people and growing. And I especially want to welcome our new faculty and staff this year. It was wonderful to meet everyone, and I got to go to a reception last night after I had the great pleasure of having a reunion with the Faculty Senate Executive Committee. While I was there, one faculty member, Dr. Aaron McDonald, who's a new assistant professor in management, I discovered that he was a graduate of Tennessee Technological University. Now, he hadn't quite done his homework on me because when I was asking about his undergrad and growing up in Tennessee, he had no idea that that was where my undergrad was from and where I lived in that town and where my father retired as a professor. So it seems like such a wonderful, close, small world as I was meeting the new faculty and finding that connection. And this is another first for us at Cal State San Marcos, a fully virtual convocation. And I have the pleasure to coming to you from the heart of CSUSM at the University Student Union. And I know that many of you are watching from your homes, perhaps with your children or your pets by your side or on your lap. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to come together, even if it is virtual. And even though we're physically distant, our love for our university, our students, and our mission will always unite us. And to represent all of those who are not here today, I invited a handful of faculty and staff to be part of the audience today. We are taking all the health and safety precautions. Everyone has their own umbrella, 6 feet apart, of course, and wearing masks. But these people here represent many of the departments or units that have continued to work on campus to assist the essential functions that could only be done in person. And I just want to thank everybody who has been a part of helping CSUSM move forward. This past year for me has been a time of listening and learning. And again, I'm just full of thanks to all of you that met with me and shared your hopes and dreams for California State University, San Marcos. A theme for me has been gratitude. Something really I've felt since the moment I got this job. And I've really tried to practice it in both my personal and professional journeys, through successes and setbacks, joy and pain. Today, though, I'd like to start there with gratitude. I am so grateful to be standing here as your president, 1 year in and still standing. I'm grateful for that. And I'm still humbled to be part of this special campus community. So it'd be crazy not to say there haven't been tough days. And every new president expects that there will be challenges when accepting the job, and I knew that going in. But a pandemic, that was really not on my radar whatsoever. But what has kept me going this year in the good times and the more difficult times has been my deep appreciation for all of you. You are the everyday heroes who have shown me just how much our mission matters. And I'm going to tell you about a few of these heroes. Heroes like Maria Chiam and the team from the Dreamer Resource Office who have collaborated with many partners on and off campus to provide resources and updates about the DACA program this summer. This has been an anxiety-ridden time for our Dreamers and their loved ones, and we're going to continue to fight for them. There's also heroes like Ryan Dokich, a business student and Marine Corps veteran. Ryan battled lymphoma during his first semester on campus, and he let me know just how meaningful the Epstein Family Veterans Center has been to him. We are so grateful for the support of the Epstein family, and I look forward to seeing how we can further enhance our services to our military-connected student population. There's heroes like Dr. Reza Kamali Sarvastani, our founding faculty member in electrical engineering. When we met last November at the Viasat event, I was so impressed by how we are preparing students for their future careers and all the cutting-edge experiments they are involved in. And I also had the wonderful opportunity to meet many dedicated alumni like John Fortune, president of our Alumni Association. John always takes the time to connect with me, and it's clear how passionate he is about keeping our alumni connected. You know, I always come back to the fact that 8 in 10 of our graduates stay in the region to lead and contribute to our local communities. What we do here has a multiplier effect across our region. I've enjoyed exploring Cal State San Marcos, and I want you to know that I never intend to stop listening and learning about you or this campus. When I started last July, I knew I was joining a special and caring community. That culture of care, where we place our relationships with each other at the heart of all that we do, is really the key to our success. I've seen it manifest in the ways that you help our students and the ways that you connect, encourage, and help each other. I believe that we are embarking on one of the most pivotal chapters for CSUSM thus far. The only way forward is together, with a focus on our mission of access, student success, academic, and inclusive excellence. The challenges are immense, but so is our dedication to this great university. But listen, you know, I can't just say it's all about gratitude and happy times, and that's not to say that we're not living through a very difficult moment. This year, we have been struck by not one, but 2 pandemics. One that is viral, and the other, which has been called America's original disease, racism. In addition, just this week, a twin hurricane threat converged on the Gulf Coast, and wildfires continue to scorch our great state. these really are unprecedented times. And I have to acknowledge how interwoven all of these issues are right now. Many of us have lost loved ones and have gone through some of the fear of knowing someone's sick with the virus. We've had to postpone or change important milestone moments. If you're like me, you're missing friends, colleagues, and family you have not seen for months. And I know it hasn't been easy. And I have to own that sometimes I struggle to feel gratitude that I mentioned earlier. Sometimes I've woken up in the morning overwhelmed with the feeling, the need to scream in frustration. And that's just exactly what I do. I scream in frustration. It's great because I don't live in a condo anymore, so the neighbors don't come running when I do that. Even more so, when I think of my family, especially my parents in Texas, who I can't see right now, I really had some sleepless nights as those hurricanes were coming, and we weren't sure if they'd have to be evacuated. And this morning I got to talk to my dad on his birthday, and they are doing just fine. I know each of you has your own unique COVID story. In March, when we went online, I wondered how we were going to do this for, say, 2 months. I really didn't think we could make it through 2 months, or I didn't know if I could. And not understanding that we would be nearly 6 months in and still not always know what the future holds. If you're like me, you crave absolutes and wonder when and how this pandemic will end. I know many of you are frustrated like me to not even know what next semester will be like, what our budget numbers exactly are, and how to plan. But I come back to what I do know, what we can always count on. Our commitment to our students, our university, and our region will never waver. Those are the constants. Our culture of care will always move us forward. I was on a panel with the superintendent of Carlsbad and the president of MiraCosta last week, and we were remarking that with all of the unknown, it is simply amazing to see what everyone has accomplished to bring us to this day, opening our fall semester. We have been shifting upon shifting, and you have made it happen. We were even the first CSU campus to be approved for our fall operating plan. Another example of how you make it all happen was our graduates on parade, and by far, and I have been to many, many graduation ceremonies, this was the top graduation celebration of my career. I have to give great thanks. Yes, and my audience here is excited about that. I think some of the committee members are here. I want to thank the committee that really made this happen. About 2.5 weeks you took to make, made sure we all had masks and signs, and everybody came to cheer on our graduates as they drove through the campus in their decorated vehicles. The media coverage was seen around the world. I think everyone was captivated by our commitment to doing something so unique to recognize our graduates. I realized that day that we were getting as much as we're giving by being a part of that event. And I want to take a few extra moments today to express a bit more gratitude. Ever since we transitioned our work to teaching primarily online, you have offered compassion and support to our students and helped them understand they are not alone. Here are just a few examples of what I mean. The team and facilities have worked so hard to keep our campus safe for those continuing to be on campus. And this morning, I learned that Veronica Ohm, she made masks for the people in facilities that needed them to keep them safe. That's really a hero. This spring, when it looked like we're going to be shifting to remote, the Faculty Center quickly developed training and support for all the faculty. And this summer, they kept going, creating and delivering 14 different workshops. Our student affairs and IITS staff provided an 8-week orientation program that was completely online. Our staff in safety, health, and sustainability worked closely with faculty to support a safe environment for the limited in-person courses. And all of you helped our advancement team raise $64,000 in just 24 hours for the Student Relief Fund. Yep. In total, over $130,000 has been raised to support our students through this time. And ASI and our financial aid helped distribute CARES Act emergency relief to over 11,000 students. Our Office of, yes, let's clap for that too. Our Office of Global Programs scrambled to come up with creative solutions to support our international students when it was feared they couldn't remain in the U.S. And thank goodness that issue has been resolved for the time being. And our emergency operations team has worked with many experts across campus to create new processes and protocols despite ever-shifting information and guidance. And the University Library launched a COVID-19 Community Memory Archive, which is collecting the experiences and memories of this time for anyone who lives in the North County. What a wonderful and important project. And of course, our extended learning team helped us exceed our summer school projections, even while persisting through leadership transitions and so much change. And these are just a few of the examples. There are so many countless others because so many of you are doing so many wonderful things, and I just want to give you a hand. While we celebrate our accomplishments, we have to acknowledge that it feels as though we've been running sprints in the middle of a marathon. If you're on the staff side, you have been constantly planning, pivoting, and changing. And if you're faculty, you've had to adapt to a whole new way of teaching online. I want you to know I have noticed your tireless work, and I have to give voice to the impossible tasks that you've been working through. Someone recently remarked that it feels like we're on a week 15 of the academic year hasn't even started. As president, one of the things that I worry about is how hard this is for everyone. This weighs on my mind, and I don't have all the answers as we work through how to balance all that we are dealing with, especially when I think about the added layer of the pandemic within the pandemic. That is racism, which COVID has further exposed. Ever since Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd were senselessly killed, many have shared with me that you are emotionally overloaded and exhausted. But just this week, Monday morning, I awoke to the news that a black man named Jacob Blake was shot in the back and critically injured in front of his 3 children. And we have to give voice to that. I spent many anxious days this summer feeling like we needed deeper action and balancing how we get there, making sure everyone had a role. I had to look in the mirror and face, and will continually face, my own ignorance, blind spots, and privilege. I know this will be ongoing and a lifelong process for me, but I'm grateful to all of you who courageously brought forward your experiences. Each voice has an impact. Each story has added another layer of humanity and urgency to our work. It's meant so much to me to work alongside with Marilyn McWilliams, Ariel Stevenson, and Patricia Prado-Olmos in the Office of Inclusive Excellence during this time. They have helped me engage even more deeply in these conversations. And what has emerged, thanks to the work of many across this campus, is a series of action steps we are taking to address anti-Blackness and systemic racism at our university. The message I shared over the summer outlines these steps in more detail. This is my commitment to what we are doing now, but I need to pause here because this isn't just about one and done or this moment. And it's not just about going through motions or checking a box. This is a part of a journey that many of you have been on long before I got here and that we will keep moving forward with. I especially want to thank Dr. Sharon Elise, Lori Walkington, Mohammed Abume, who have worked on a study of the CSUSM Black experience. This study aims to document and amplify Black student and employee voices across our campus. It will be published online following a public presentation this fall. Other action steps we've committed to include reviewing and changing exclusionary or biased university policies. And I want to thank the Academic Senate for their partnership in this. We are also launching a task force on innovative policing to make sure that we are approaching our campus safety efforts in a holistic and caring way. In June, the Black Student Center hosted a virtual space for reflection and community facilitated by John Rollins. I attended, and I was extremely moved by the experiences. There were people who tried to intimidate us with anti-Black and anti-Semitic imagery and words during the event, but our students, our staff, our faculty, and our alumni spoke bravely and powerfully despite this disruption. At the end of that evening, John left us with questions to ponder, and one of which was, what is one personal commitment you are going to make to support institutional change and support our Black community? And today I extend that question to everyone listening, to everyone on our campus. I invite you not just to ponder it, but to act on it and be empowered to lead from where you are. There are moments in our personal lives and in the lives of institutions that call upon us to work collectively and achieve together what we cannot achieve alone, and this is one such moment. If we are to realize our vision of a campus with a culture of care, it will take each one of us committing to being a part of the change we wish to see. For those who look like me, sometimes our privilege enables us to compartmentalize, and I have to own that due to my own ignorance and unearned privilege, I have not always done enough to lead from where I am. But today, I stand before you committed to ongoing growth, reflection, and education today and every day. This will be a part of who I am as a leader. And I encourage everyone who is part of our community to examine ourselves, because addressing and dismantling anti-Black racism requires looking inward at our organizations and ourselves. As you think about your role, you might consider, what can I do? How do I enter the conversation? Well, this fall, the Office of Inclusive Excellence will be sponsoring conversations on this topic, and I invite you to attend and participate. We have, for far too long, asked our Black colleagues and students to carry the burden. And some of you have told me that you are tired and traumatized, wondering if anyone really hears you or believes you. To me, your labor and energy are not in vain. Moving forward, we are working to document the recent campus history and the requests and demands that have been made in the past so we can make sure we're moving forward. Today, I want you to know I am not going to let fear or imperfection hold me back from being the leader Cal State San Marcos needs me to be. I want you to know I'm committed to real conversations, real action that lead to real change, because we cannot remain silent to injustice. We must stand up and speak out in one voice. Inaction is simply unacceptable. And as your president, I will set the example. Together, we must all do our part to lead a new day of healing and transformation. Words are important, but words are not enough. Together, we will all be a part of the action and change. So let's go back a moment to this double pandemic and what it means for all of us. If there's one lesson we've learned, it's that who we are personally, our identities, our responsibilities to our families, our hopes and fears for the future, can't be separated from who we are professionally. And that was never a logical expectation to begin with. This summer, the Staff Needs and Experience Survey revealed that you have a lot on your mind, from concerns about potential impacts of budgets, to fears about health of your loved ones, to worry over our political and racial climate. And through all of this, most of you have been adapting to working at home, balancing video meetings and projects with caring for children and other family members. Most of you shared that your telecommuting experience has been largely positive and that you have found a newfound flexibility in your day. But you've also shared that some of the challenges, including screen fatigue, finding it difficult to disconnect from work, and missing colleagues in person. And I can really relate to Zoom burnout myself some days. I sometimes never want to look at another screen again. With all the stress and anxiety all of this brings, we need to ensure that we are embracing flexibility and creating a more humane academic workplace. I carry gratitude for the way that this virtual world has allowed me to be a part of your families and lives in ways that never would have been thought possible before. I've had the pleasure to meet many young coworkers like Vanessa Vincent's sweet children or Dr. Rebecca Perrin's new puppy. Okay, and speaking of new puppies, I have to own myself that I have a new buddy at home. His name is Bailey. We've been together about a month, and while he is terrorizing my home, he's been helping me deal with living in the gray area and uncertainty of change, which we will all certainly be facing for quite some time. Right now, we have more questions than answers, including, what's the plan for spring? And I wish I could answer that, but COVID is setting the timeline for us once again. We are all planning for multiple scenarios, and we'll work with our Chancellor's office just as we did in the fall. This is just one example of the ever-evolving reality that we have been living with since COVID came into our lives. The gray area can be unnerving. As soon as one question is answered, it seems like there's a million more unknowns. But this is, again, what I do know, that we are going to continue to move forward with a mission of student access and success, as well as a culture of care, which we will extend to all members of our community. Before COVID, we were already working toward the launch of FACES, the Faculty Advocacy, Care, Engagement, and Support Initiative, and the Staff Center. Committees are coming together to move this work forward. In addition, we'll be sharing with you the results of the Staff Needs and Experience Survey and bringing together a cross-campus team to help us promote professional development opportunities to our employees. These initiatives are more important than ever as we renew our focus on care and support for faculty and staff. Our people are a priority, whether together, in person, or online. We will get through this together. Because right now, there's a lot of pain in our world. We've mourned the killings of unarmed black men, women, and children, and we've ached for the fears of DACA students, immigrants, and refugees. We've denounced violence against women and the mistreatment of people based on sexual orientation and gender identity. And we have declared that we won't let anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and white supremacy take root here. Now, it would be disingenuous for me to say that hate could never come on our campus, but it's how we stand in solidarity against hate and discrimination in all its forms that makes the difference. We must continually nurture our culture of care and commitment to inclusive excellence by providing support and resources that honor the humanity of all members of our university, because hate against one of us is hate against all of us. Last fall, I shared with you 3 inclusive excellence work groups had convened to tackle some pressing matters related to the topic. Some of this work has been delayed due to the pandemic, but outcomes that have been completed thus far are now posted online. And a big thank you to everyone that participated, including our Faculty Senate work groups and our Faculty Senate Chair, Sharon Hamill. Inclusive Excellence Work Group 1, led by Ariel Stevenson and Allie Carr, looked at the staffing and resources of the Office of Inclusive Excellence. As you read my message, they found that the Chief Diversity Officer position not only needs a seat at the leadership table, but must work horizontally across the campus to better guide all of us in our work toward a more inclusive and socially just university. With their recommendations, I am launching a national search for our next CDO, who will report directly to me as an MPP Administrator 4 at the same level as a VP, but without the often limiting divisional fences. Well, this search is underway. Dr. Ranjita Basu will serve as our interim CDO. And I'm so thankful that Ranjita is not afraid of big jobs and that she still answers the phone when I call. John Rollins, who also agreed to provide support to OIE in addition to his, has also agreed to provide support to OIE in addition to his role with the Black Student Center. Ranjita, John, Marilyn, and Ariel each play critical roles in the Office of Inclusive Excellence. But they can't do it alone, and as the report indicated, we need to further strengthen and appropriately resource the office, and we will build towards that over time. But again, this work is owned by all of us, and there's so much to be done. As I was reviewing the report, I was inspired to think about a couple of other areas on campus that might, like the Office of Inclusive Excellence, also transcend divisional lines and must work horizontally across the campus. One of those is the Division of Community Engagement, and the other the Office of Communications. Both of these areas will be brought under the umbrella of the Office of the President because their work has far-reaching impacts that transcend divisional boundaries. Building on the great work of community engagement and the communications team, this is just our next step in our commitment to engage deeply in our region and tell our stories cohesively across our university. More details can be found in the recent message, and I thank both Dr. Patricia Prado-Olmos and Margaret Chantung for their ongoing work and partnership in these areas. And one more organizational update. It's with bittersweet emotions that I share that Vice President Neil Haas has let me know that after nearly 16 years of tremendous service, he is ready to enter the next phase of life and enjoy more time with his beautiful family and grandchildren. Neil expressed his desire to retire in December and will spend the semester helping plan the transition. I can't begin to express my admiration and gratitude to Neil. At key moments in the history of our university, his effective leadership and expertise has allowed us to grow in unprecedented ways. He came to CSUSM in 2005 as our VP for FAS, then transitioned to becoming our VP for Advancement in 2009, where he served for 9 years helping launch the historic $55 million philanthropic campaign. In 2016, he returned to lead FAS during a critical time, and through it all has been a champion of our university and our mission. Neil will always have my tremendous respect and gratitude for all that he has done. I will announce next steps regarding the search for our next CFO and VP for FAS very soon. As we look further at leadership, on my listening and learning tour, I heard that sometimes you worry that the president can be insulated from information that might challenge assumptions, strategies, or decisions. And that's really the last thing I want. As a leader, it's important to me that I am not operating in a bubble. I want and I need your ideas, your perspectives, and your questions. I welcome the opportunity to connect with you during a listening and learning group session, or you can email me at prez@csusm.edu. I'm going to keep the listening and learning sessions going. And I'm committed to regularly meeting with our staff leadership, academic senate, and ASI. In addition, I charged a new university cabinet, which includes a student, staff, tenure track faculty, lecturer, associate dean, and a dean-level representation, and we're adding a department chair rep very soon. The cabinet has come together frequently over the summer to discuss topics ranging from the fall reopening plans to budget to enrollment to anti-racism actions and next steps. I've been so appreciative of the cabinet's candid reflections, questions, and input. Another leadership group that you might be familiar with is the Executive Council, and that consists of the vice presidents and the president. Moving forward, the group's going to evolve in the president's administrative team, and that's going to include all my direct reports to work on daily items and issues, and it's going to include the Chief Diversity Officer. All of these actions represent my commitment to consultation, hearing diverse perspectives, and receiving input. You are too important, and I enjoy connecting and getting to know you too much not to have these conversations. Because I want to emphasize, this isn't my university. It's our university, and I'm fully committed to shared governance. I know, like many of you, part of the fear and uncertainty is what's been happening with our budget. I've been engaging with conversations with campus leaders, including cabinet and our shared governance entities, about fiscal impact of COVID on Cal State San Marcos, both short and long term. And as I shared with you in a letter, right now we have an estimated $19 million budget deficit this fiscal year. And to address this loss, we will be looking at applying a multi-year budget approach that's using our reserves responsibly. And we're looking at implementing a 5% permanent cut to base funding. That's the ongoing funding, so that we can protect our priorities, these three priorities: our people, our student success, and our long-term sustainability of the university. It is my hope, although I have to always say I can never make any promises, that we will not have layoffs this year thanks to the budget-conserving actions that all of you are making. And this $19 million is an estimate, and it still may evolve in the weeks as we understand what our enrollment is and finalize the number of students living on campus. I invite you to go to our budget communication website located on the President's Office of the President website to review more budget information, including previous year's budgets for each division in easy-to-understand pie charts. And that idea came from the Executive Committee of the Academic Senate, who made these suggestions about the pie charts, and more information will be coming on that site very soon. I'll continue to keep you updated as more information is known, but in the meantime, I want to thank you for your shared sacrifices. We will get through this together, driven by our innovation and our resourceful spirit. On that note, earlier this year, we endured a difficult time in the spotlight, really to say the least, on that topic of fiscal stewardship. And it was heart-wrenching to watch our institutional reputation get a bit tarnished in the media, even as most of you work so hard each day and make all the right choices. I needed to update this today, even though this wasn't exactly the most fun thing I could put in a speech. But there are some good news here. This was a difficult and painful moment, but we've taken substantial steps forward to prevent the future abuse of our precious resources. And you can view a complete list of actions on our fiscal stewardship website. This includes the hiring of a new internal auditor, Melanie Marcarell, a new travel expense claim pre-check service, and a review of our hospitality procedures. We've also created a new business process improvement team led by Brittany Brown, AVP for Compliance and Operations, who along with Melanie will report to me and provide updates and progress reports. Their goal is to make it easier for you to do your job while ensuring that we have the appropriate checks and guardrails. We also completed a review of travel for the last fiscal year, which can be found on the Fiscal Stewardship website. The review process was extremely smooth, partly to the fact that we had the travel ban, so the report is about a lengthy 3 pages long. I want to thank Brittany Brown, who has been leading our fiscal stewardship and business improvement efforts with a passion for doing this right. And I truly appreciate these efforts because Cal State San Marcos is a special place. And our students and all of our stakeholders, including taxpayers, deserve nothing less than full compliance and a commitment to fiscal stewardship at every level. I truly know that sometimes the terms compliance and innovation don't really seem to go hand in hand, but compliance really does complement innovation with best practices, collaboration, and end-to-end solutions. Every step of the way, we need to be sure that we are thinking about the appropriate business practices, particularly as we consider the question, what do we want to be in the next 30 years? A critical piece of envisioning the future involved outlining a new strategic plan that represents the voices and priorities of all of us. We are already due for a new plan. The double pandemic has really only shined a light on that it's so much more timely with the racial and social disparities. It's more urgent now. We have to have a common roadmap in place for where we want and need to go. As we venture forward, we must build upon our commitments and achievements to create a Cal State San Marcos of the future, a university laser-focused on access, academic excellence, student social mobility, and student success. A place where, thanks to community-engaged and hands-on learning, students graduate not just job-ready, but future-ready, prepared to be civic-minded leaders in the continued growth and prosperity of our region. A campus where the full spectrum of innovation, from inspiring bold thinking to training students how to bring their ideas to the world, can come to life. And integrated throughout all of these, an ongoing commitment to inclusive excellence, social justice, and equity that is woven into the fabric of all that we do. Our strategic planning process will kick off this fall, a component of which will be looking at our academic master plan. And we will ensure there is an appropriate representation from all our stakeholders, including students, faculty, staff, administrators, alumni, and community partners. Because again, this isn't just about me and my vision. It's about us and our hopes and our dreams for the future. This is a critical moment in time, and we can't slow down. We will keep our eyes steady on the horizon ahead of us. And part of this plan will also be our focus on student success. COVID-19 has further revealed the higher education opportunity divide and the role universities play in exacerbating systems of inequality. Well, college graduation rates keep soaring for the affluent. For those in the bottom half, a four-year degree is scarcely more attainable than it was 50 years ago. But we play a critical role in offering our region access to an affordable, quality education. We are proud that the majority of our students are first in their families to attend college. This year, we rank 36 out of almost 1,500 schools nationwide on an annual social mobility index. And what does this mean? Yes, let's clap for that. This means we are one of the top universities in the country when it comes to educating more low-income students at a lower tuition and graduating them into good-paying jobs prepared to lead the world of tomorrow. However, you know better than I do that access can't be our only goal. It must be authentic, real access that offers students the support and resources they need to be successful. And let me just call out a few examples of that. Our professional mentor program in COBA connects students with industry professionals to discuss career paths and more. The CHABS Global Commitment Program engages students to increase their global competency. The First to STEM program, a partnership between CSTEM and the Office of Undergraduate Studies, supports underserved minority students. And in CEHHS, Project Support assists Latinx students on the pathway to becoming teachers. When I think back on my listening and learning tour, I loved learning about these programs and so many more. I was amazed to see how every session, no matter what department or what audience, the conversation always came back around to our students and their success. One of the things that I heard several times was that our efforts could be further enhanced if we work together in a more cohesive way, moving past the silos. You told me about concern that while many great programs focused on student success, that we aren't reaching everyone who we need to reach. So many of you came together to tackle this, and one example is the Student Success and Retention Committee, comprised of faculty, staff, and administrators from across the campus, led by VP Lorena Checa and Provost Carl Kemmets. This forward-thinking group is already implementing new strategies designed to nurture students with a stronger connection to campus, giving them that signature Cal State San Marcos experience, even though most can't be on campus right now. In addition, they launched a new student success coaching program which will ensure that each incoming student has their own dedicated advocate, partnered with an academic advisor and a GEL instructor who can help guide them on their own CSUSM journey. And I want to thank Dr. Don Formo for chairing the first year experience group, and Dr. Valita Jones and Justin Lewis for chairing the student success coaching group. I also extend a huge thank you to the committee members who provided these recommendations at lightning speed with a few bumps in the road, but were never deterred, and made sure that these are now becoming a reality. And I must acknowledge all the wonderful new student success coaches who are transitioning from other areas on campus, showing that flexibility. Yesterday it was one job and today it's another as we go virtual. They're helping implement this critical initiative. So many people have come together this spring to support our students in other ways, and I want to take a moment to give just a few more kudos. Chris Roberts helped organize an enormous student calling campaign with enrollment management services. Our athletic staff and coaches, even with the season on pause, continue to support current and incoming students. Tazos Lazaridis pushed our CougarBot to the max and was instrumental in the ability to get critical information to and from students. Our deans and associate deans across the colleges work closely with department chairs to help students get full schedules. And I want to thank all of our faculty who offered Zoom information sessions about majors, and all our staff who responded to thousands of questions and requests. The phrase, "teamwork makes the dream work," really never rang truer. Your resilient, innovative spirit should be celebrated and applauded, and I'm going to applaud it now. So as many of you can probably attest to, I am not a historian. But as I've told some of you, my father is, and if he were here, he might point out that throughout world history, epidemics like the coronavirus have altered society, leading to breakthroughs in science, medicine, and new ways of life. But as we know so well, progress and innovation have already been occurring at the incredible pace, especially here at Cal State San Marcos. I have been continually impressed by how engaged our faculty are in research and creative activities that expand the frontiers of knowledge. And I also think we are second to none in the kind of out-of-classroom learning experiences we provide students. In fact, just this Monday, the Office of the Chancellor announced that our very own Academic Senate Chair, Dr. Sharon Hamill, has been recognized as the Faculty Innovation Leadership Award for her commitment to advance bold, creative solutions to enrich students' learning. I'm so honored that I get to say congratulations right here to Sharon. But I also get to congratulate Drs. Robert Ife and Paul Jazian from CSUSM for receiving a grant of almost $1 million from the National Science Foundation to support the retention of graduation and high-achieving low-income students in the chemistry and biochemistry. Congratulations. Let's clap again. Yes. And Lucy H.G. Solomon from Art, Media, and Design was recognized in April with a Fulbright Global Scholar Award for an art and science research project that will focus on microbiology of 3 distinct terrains around the world. Let's clap her. And I also want to highlight Dr. Fernando Soriano from the Department of Human Development, who has written, get this, a survival manual for graduates in a pandemic, and he dedicated it to his own students and the class of 2020. And I loved learning about the Cougar Fund, a team of undergraduate finance students who, under the mentorship of Finance Department Chair Dr. Andrzej Roderkus and members of the Foundation Board, are garnering real-world portfolio management. Quite impressive. I may need to come and have, do some consultation there as well. It's really that I've been so impressed with our faculty and staff, what all of you are doing to make the most out of distance learning and getting creative with everything from mail-at-home lab kits and to finding software to synchronize music classes. Crises can be a mirror for organizations, reflecting on their character and values and how they respond. And what you've shown me is that we have an innovative, resourceful spirit that permeates throughout our learning organization. In December, Drs. Chuck DeLeone and Sharon Hamill led a committee charged with helping us capture our institutional identity around innovation and entrepreneurship. Their report highlights an entire ecosystem of how we engage in innovation and entrepreneurial activities every day. From transforming healthcare via the School of Nursing and our Institute of Palliative Care's What Gives Your Life Meaning campaign, to technological advances in software and app development, to social innovations such as the Youth Resiliency Project, Whiteness Forum, an entrepreneurial program for children of undocumented parents. This report led to the creation of our new Innovation Hub, which began taking shape in early March in the Extended Learning Building. And even during COVID, the Innovation Hub has stayed actively engaged, kicking off a summer innovation challenge focused on helping K-12 schools deal with the new problems related to reopening during a pandemic. How timely could that be? We aren't the first to establish an Innovation Hub or to think about how we can teach our students to be innovative or socially aware, but we are among the first in the nation to launch something of this nature at the intersection of inclusion, diversity, and student success. Our Innovation Hub is becoming a gateway that is both a place for business and technology leaders from our community to collaborate with student entrepreneurs and faculty researchers, and a place for students and faculty to bring innovations to the marketplace. This is so exciting because it's a natural extension of the work we are already doing, and it's an important step forward in our commitment to fostering an innovation mindset where we approach problems in new ways and through diverse and inclusive lenses with the end user in mind. We all have a role in championing innovation across the university so that we may continue to grow and thrive. So this morning, I want to end where I started, and for those folks outside, they're hoping I'll end soon, I'm sure. So it's coming. Circling back to you, this wonderful campus community, and the tremendous gratitude I feel for being a part of it. From our custodians to our student healthcare professionals, from our faculty in the classroom to our researchers pushing boundaries, from our budget analysts to our development officers, we are breaking down silos and inspiring our students with hope, empowering them to be the change makers our world so desperately needs. Thank you for everything that you have done to prepare us for this moment as we embark on another academic year. Yes, I have to acknowledge uncertainty is all around us. And yes, there is still much work to be done. But today we reconvene as a community together, even while apart. Even though this will be unlike any other fall semester in history, I can't help but feeling excitement for what's before us because I'm here at CSUSM. So much is in flux, but the fundamental parts of our university are unchanged. Our dedication to our students, our region, and each other will move us through past this moment and on to the next 30 years. Excuse me. I'm going to just need a drink of water, but I am closing. Oh, that sun is helping me out here a little bit. Last year at Convocation, you might remember that I shared my vision for our future university. A vision where we would build on our mission of social mobility and student success, become a national leader in helping students through the student life cycle, fueling the needs of our region, expand programs and processes with the end user in mind, from the student experience to the faculty experience to the staff experience to the community experience, and equip our students to be the trailblazers of tomorrow so that they may lead a new day through collaboration and inclusion, because this is our defining moment. We will blaze this trail. Our students' success is our success. Let them be our inspiration as we start and carry on this academic year with all the hope, excitement, and joy that brings. That's what I'm grateful to be a part of this university. That's why I'm grateful to be working alongside of all of you. We are together even while apart. We will lead the way together. We are one CSUSM. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for coming and sitting out here. Thank you for enduring.